friends, I want to show you guys a new product. It's actually my son's product. They started their own little business. It is called Clay Kings. And as you can see, I'm going to teach you how to make these roses and these unicorn horns using Clay King Craft Air Clay. So no heat needed. This is awesome. Look at the beautiful things you can make. All right, so let's start off with 2 colors. You can pick any colors. There's 36 colors in the set. And you're just going to pull out a little bit and of course close the bag again because it's air clay. It will dry out, so you want to make sure that you close the bag to keep it moist, to keep in that humidity so that it doesn't dry. Okay, first thing you're going to do is put it between your hands and roll it like a noodle. So you want to have, one kind of noodle and another, and again, choose any colors that you want. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to take both noodles, once they're kind of the same size, that's easiest so you get the most out of it. Put them together and start rolling them through your fingers, like twisting them. So I like to pinch the tip and then I just kind of spiral and roll. And once I get like a finger's worth, then I just use my thumb and I tear it off, and then I pinch the bottom. You want a flat bottom so that you can attach a gem or just so it's easier to glue. Then take the remaining 2 colors and just kind of spiral and twist them again until the desired size. So it's kind of repeat. And then again, I'm just going to press and pinch the bottom so that it's flat. It's easier to glue on the skin or easier to glue onto a gem. So look, from that 2 little needles, now we can get 3 unicorn horns out of it. So one little tip is you want to twist or spiral in the direction that it's already kind of spiraled in. That way you don't get more of like a hodgepodge color. And then again, just pinch that tip and look, from one little tube, which was like a little tiny pinch of clay, you can make 3 horns. Now I'm going to show you how to make a rose that you can use on your unicorn horns. You can use it to make earrings like I showed you. So take a little bit of like a pinch out, and then what you're going to do is you want to make a small ball. So kind of roll it around inside of the palm of your hand so it looks almost like a pea. Then I like to press it on the surface so that you flatten it. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to roll it almost like a cannoli. And you're going to see it looks like a cannoli, but it's also the inside or the bud of a rose. So out of each kind of roll that I get, I cut it in half using the little plastic knife that comes with your Clay King set. And that's the rose bud. Now I like to press the bottom, make it flat so it's easier to stand up. So I do that now, just kind of like press it down. That way the base is flat. Now to make the rose petals, the cool thing is it's very, very, very simple once you have the middle base. So you're just going to pinch another piece. You're going to roll it around. You're going to flatten it like a pizza. And you're going to kind of massage the edges so that they're thin, so that you can kind of manipulate them in the shape. So it looks just, you don't want them too big. You want them thin. Not so thin that there's holes in them, but just thin. So you're going to massage the tips out, make it almost like a ripple. Looks like a Ruffles potato chip. And then you're just going to attach it to the base of your rosebud. So I like to make, depending on how big you want the rose, I like to make 4 or 5 petals to go on the side. So you're just going to repeat it. So it's kind of like just smooth it out, get it thin, make like a potato chip, and then just position it around the rosebud. Now one thing is you don't want to press too hard because you don't want the petals to be flat against it. You want them to be sticking out, so it's a blooming rose. So again, just kind of like thin out those edges. You don't want them too heavy or too thick. Just kind of spiral them around your rose, and look, you can kind of tap out the edges to make them a little bit more wavy if you want. And just like that, you have the fastest, easiest roses. Now, you can, like I said, depending on how big you want your rose, you can make tons more petals or not. That part is definitely up to you. The same steps are repeated each time. You're just going to take a little bit, flatten it out, and then attach it at the base and just kind of fold them as necessary. The good news is that you have, quite a while to work with your air clay before it's fully dry. I would say after about an hour, you can tell that it's oxidizing and it's going to get a little stiffer, so you can't mold it anymore. But if you leave it and dry it overnight, you're done. All right, so let's add some leaves. Just take a little bit of green or any color you want, and I'm just going to kind of mold it into what it looks like a teardrop shape. Take your little fake knife, make some slits, obviously not all the way through, just kind of like tap it on there, and look, you have the cutest little leaf that you are just going to attach directly to your flower, to your rose, and you can bend it, you can make it straight. I mean, it sticks. Then what I like to do is just attach it at this point to my unicorn horn so that I can make my own very lightweight bling. So again, make another leaf, and I'll just put those little cuts in there as well before I attach it so that I have a little bit more stability. Then just gonna attach it to the back of my rose as well. Kind of give it a little bit of a pinch so that it attaches. They stick. While the clay is still in the drying form, it sticks. So you don't have to glue it or anything like that. And then just to balance it out, I'm going to take a little more clay and make a last petal. But first, if you have any bling, bling is a great thing to add to your unicorn horns. And you can add a little bit of glue, or you don't even have to. You can just press it on there. And then, like I said, I'm going to go back in and make one more little petal for the bottom to make it a little bit more balanced. So same idea. And voila, look, 3 different types of unicorn horns. And of course, if you're like me and love glitter, why not just add a little bit of Mama Clown glitter on top, and it'll take your roses and your unicorn horns to the next level. So as you can see, there's so many different ways to use the air clay. It's a great buy at $14 for the set of 36 colors. And that just means that you have enough left behind to share with your own kitties, right? Don't hog it all for yourself. My kids spend hours using air clay, the Clay Kings air clay. So not only can you make your own roses and unicorn bling, you can also support the future generations and the Clay Kings and just have a lot of fun. So air clay is awesome. Again, no heat needed. It'll fully dry to a very, very lightweight finish within 24 hours. The colors are brilliant. It's non-toxic, and I think you're really gonna love it. So I hope you enjoyed my little tutorial on how to make unicorn horns and roses. Hope you enjoy. If you have questions, as always, hit me up. I am Heather at Silly Farm. You can hit up the Clay Kings. They have their own YouTube channel, as you can see. My little entrepreneurs, I'm so proud of them. All right, guys, don't forget to tag me. Hope you have a beautiful, beautiful summer.